Greetings, everyone. Do you see what's happening in Africa? Do you think it will spread to all African nations? It's time. The time is now, and the ancestors are rising. And let me tell you, some of the things that are happening in Jamaica, trust and believe that the ancestors are risen up in the people. Even the rebellious nation that Jamaica is, even the ones you see walking naked and gyrating, the spirits are interrupting. They're causing the people to get to the point where they have to wake up. Now, when I say even the ones walking naked, even the ones doing the things that are so abominable, don't believe that the spirit will only produce positive outcomes. Sometimes the spirit will step off and allow the negative ones too, because prophecy have to be fulfilled. In order for balance to be established, we have to have chaos, because we need both. And a lot of our people are sleeping, busy with material possessions, and I'm not saying those things are not important, they are. But a lot of us are going to be lost in the shuffle. A lot of our lives are going to be destroyed because we're focusing on the wrong things. Listen, blessings, prosperity, it's our birthright. So we don't have to try to go after it any means necessary. And by that I mean doing every and anything for it. We don't have to do that. We have to stand up for something. Because if you don't stand up for something, you will fall. And you won't just fall on the ground. You will suffer the consequences of your inaction. When you see something wrong and you do not speak up against it, you will be casualty of that. So sometimes you see the kids growing up and no one is there to tell them the truth. No one is there to gently guide them. Guiding a child doesn't mean that you do gentle parenting, because this is what they're doing to the Black community, telling us, oh, gentle parenting is important. What they're actually doing is using you to destroy your own kids and your own family. You have to raise your children with spiritual insight, and you have to also be firm in this time. Okay? You can't follow these rascals that are out here telling you this is how it should be, because they can't even raise their own. Let me remind you, a lot of these parents who are making these rules for you as an African person, their kids are telling them they're flipping them the bird, and they can't even talk to their own kids, but they want to talk to you as an adult, right? And so you have people who design the thing to destroy you and yours. So you have to know yourself, okay? And you can tell your kids what to do after they get to a certain age, but when you lay the foundation when they're young, discipline, respect, good manners, they won't stray too far from it. I like what I'm seeing because I often question our people. So those who are seeing our country, our nation as worth less must be surprised. Somehow there is always one reason. The ancestor will always prepare and raise one person to lead. Unfortunately, in our community, people don't know that it's good to train everybody so that when one person falls, the next one is risen. Because you can guarantee that whatever movement is going on in Africa, there will be casualties. But if you're afraid, you'll never overcome. I have been in litigations that took up to 3, 4, 5 years. And throughout the process of it, individuals tried to distract me to tell me that the process was going to be long and that, this and that might be the outcome. And usually it's an outcome that's not favorable. just to get you to say no and to stop it. You cannot be afraid. You can't be a coward. If you want to achieve anything in life, you have to be bold. Do you understand me? And that's what it's going to take. For every time I see people allow others to abuse them, I always look at them and say, well, I understand the brokenness of our people. But at some point, you have to stand up. No matter how shy you are or how, you know, sweet you are, who are you trying to impress? You want someone to say, oh, she's so nice. Let me tell you, the years when I was very nice, I suffered a lot until I learned to flip the bird. Or you have to know who you're flipping the bird with, because you can't do that with an intellectual. That's not going to work. You know, you have to know when to fight, when to stand up, when to dig your heel in, when to say no, no more. That's the only way you'll overcome. Okay? You have to learn to say no and recognize your power as a human being. You have the right to freedom and expression, respect. These are things that you demand. You don't wait for someone to confer these upon you. Tell me what you think. It's heading in Jamaica to Jamaica. It's already there. And when they're busy talking about people grudge them and bad mind and this nonsense, I wish they would stop for a moment and realize that the ones who are in the country with any true authority or autonomy really has nothing to do with those who are sovereign or have sovereign rights. Some of the people that everybody worship and looking up to, and we're talking about powerful people. I'm not talking about people who are just delusional. I'm talking about people who truly have power, but you use your power to bring the enemies closer as they line their pocket. It's gonna get ugly. I told you guys, I saw blood running in the streets of Jamaica, running through the manhole, running like a river. You think that's not gonna happen? It is. Because there's some people, when they won't get their own way, they will throw a temper tantrum. And they will say, and they've said in the past, if I can't get the thing, let me destroy it. That's the nature of those individuals. So we have to be careful. We have to be militant in this time. Expect it. The doors are going to be kicked off. The spirits don't lie. And are you going to be ready? And let me tell you, as I said before, your closest friends, our family, are your enemies. Some, I'm not saying everybody, some. They're going to sell out their own to obtain freedom. It's your own people that are going to open the gate and invite those who are from outside to come and penetrate your walls and harm you. And they're going to be in your household. You ever hear the story? One is in the house, one is in the field, one disappears. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things in the Bible that are very prophetic. Because guess what? It is a true story and history of people who documented it. Not the Holy Spirit who went upon a man and took him over. No. People through their real human experience. All right? So the heat and the flames are about to be felt in Jamaica. Be prepared. Okay? Stay blessed, everyone.